Hello everyone, this is Benyarko again, bringing you another lesson in African piano technique. And today I'm going to do a video. It's actually a special request by one of my subscribers who asked how, he said he understands how the Benyarko scale of chord might help him in African songs, but he didn't know why, or how my other scale of chords, which is the Barry Harris 6 diminished scale of chords, could help him in African songs or African worship. So I will take a very, very well-known African song, which is How Excellent Is Your Name. And, it's sang all over Africa. And, I will go ahead and play it the regular way and then use some of the Barry Harris chord and some jazz words. Very simple, where I don't lose the song, but you can still hear it. So I'll play the first time how musicians usually play it, okay, and then I'll play it how I play it. So let's go with the first time, the basic changes. I'll go ahead and play it one more time, just the regular way. Alright, so that's basically the song, okay? The progression is very simple. You can play, if you have a bass player or you don't like to play with the bass player, you could do the 1, alright, to the 6, alright, so back to the 1, just the progression. So let me play the melody and then I'll count the progression. 1, 5, then it does a 6, 5. Then it goes to a dominant 7, which is a characteristic of African music, using the dominant 7. Then a 4, a 5, then a 3, then a 6, okay, then back to the bridge, 4, then a 3, 4, 5, 1. And that's basically the song. Now it was in C, alright? And I'm just using piano and strings, using my Roland Juno. Okay, so that's C. Now, if I were to play it, simple like I played it, it's okay. It sounds okay, but you can make it more interesting, and really really bring something else to the worship song, And first of all, let's tackle our Benyarko scale. Of course, we have the C7, D minor 7, C7, D minor 7, C7, D minor 7, G7 back to C7. Again, C7, D minor 7, C7, D minor 7, C7, D minor 7, G7, C7. Again, it's just a system I personally use to harmonize African music. Now, let's do the Barry Harris scale of chords. We have C6, right? D diminished, C6, D diminished, C6, D diminished, C6, D diminished, C6. All I'm doing just doing octaves and putting the chords in there. So C6 usually will be like this. So if I was playing it without the octave, it will sound like this. Right? And like I said, you should know every scale of chords I teach, every scale in all 12 keys. Every song should be also learned in all 12 keys, you know. My system for working songs is if I can't play it in all 12 keys, I don't know it yet. So, you know, that would really help you. I mean, really, really help you. You don't have to, but if you really want to have a command of the keyboard, you should know that. So again, you should know that in all 12 keys, right? Right? And then we have E. And then so forth. I just do that just to show you, you know, I'm not just saying it, but it's something I put in practice, okay? B flat, you should know that. And, you know, and it would really help your sound, you know? All right, so that's it. So if we're in the key of C, we know we're gonna need that one in C. So let's try and play it the way I would approach it, and then I'll talk about the changes I do. So we have, right? Then what I do is, so what I do instead of just a regular B flat, what I do is a B flat 13. So I stick the 13 in there, 13 or the 6, which is a G. So I stick that in there. And that's my voicing for it. You can, right? All right, then. That's my first diminished chord. It's just what it is I'm using the you know I'm gonna end in the A, but I'm using the B flat diminished, but starting with the E. You see what I just did there? So that's a Barry Harris chord, kind of diminished chord, right? So you could again. You see there? Then. Okay, so all I'm doing is playing around with those diminished, you know, especially the diminished from a half step above. So I'm in C, so I'm playing around with the diminished notes I would use in C sharp. Again, I'll go over it one time. Right, you see that? So in C sharp, which would be, I use the B flat diminished, right? So that's the one I'll use in C, okay? Again. You see, there I use a Barry Harris scale of chord just to add movement. And you keep the same feeling, you know, kind of, you know, so you don't lose the song. All right, so I'll go ahead, play it again, and, you know, go into into it deeper and use other videos to teach how you can use Barry Harris in pop tunes and anything else. So I hope you guys at least learned something. Subscribe and stay tuned for more lessons.